Check Chuffy 1 2. Check Chuffy. Chuffers, top left there. That's our YouTube channel. You might be watching this on the YouTube channel, in which case, take a look at the bottom of the channel where you get Ganji Cuts, Art Chat, Mental Health Monday, all the links to all the little faces down there. We upload all the events on stream, all the what are they doing? Streams. We upload all the streams as VODs to YouTube on Ganji Kid. There, that's my channel, Ganji Kid. That's us. We are the stream. Hi, you're with Scott. That's the main thing, isn't it? Hi, you're with Scott. This is Ganji Kid, the stream. It's midnight. It's always midnight. It's not actually. It's like 1942 GMT. This is your right ear. This is your left ear. And that's the middle there. Chuffy 1 2. Check Chuffy 1 2. Hi, you're with Scott. It's midnight. It's always midnight. It's right ear. This is your left ear. That's it. That's all. That's the main. That's as long as we've got that at the start, no one can get confused or waylaid or distracted. Joe Dev. What's his name? Joe Dever. Joe DeVere. Joe Dever. Joe Dever. Joe DeVere. I don't know. It's been around for a while. The whole concept, fresh for me. Joe DeVere's Lone Wolf. It's an indie game. We like the old indie games. We like indie games. I'm going to talk quietly, so I'll move it closer to me, maybe. Maybe if I just move it closer to me. 1 2, check Chuffy 1 2. This is Joe DeVere's Lone Wolf. Press A to get closer. Now there's a new concept. There's a novel concept. I haven't seen that before. Do you remember this when you were a kid? You remember this when you were a kid? It's like a book. I mean, if you grew up, most of us who grew up, if you're my sort of age, you remember a book. But if you don't remember a book, what a book was, it was like your phone, but instead of all the internet pages being separate things that you find on the phone, they were all individual pieces of paper. And it was like, if you imagine all those pieces of paper, imagine all the different Facebook pages you looked at yesterday, if they're all individual bits of paper, they wouldn't be Facebook pages, they'd have just been writing, not handwriting, like typed writing on pages, physical pieces of paper, all in a bound. It's a book. Look, there's one there. There's one there on the screen there. There's one just there. You can't see me pointing because my hand, in real life, my hand's pointing, but in the way you see me, it just disappears off the camera like that, doesn't it? So I can't ever really reach it. Unless I do this. Hang on. There you go. Now I've got it. Oh. Hang on. There. There's one there. There's a book there. That's a book. A book. You've seen them in Skyrim. So, if you're unfamiliar, you've seen them in Skyrim. A book. And what you do with this book, it's unlike other books. What you would do is you'd read the first little bit and it'd be like, this is what's happening in your story. You're an adventurer or this and that. And you'd be like, I'm the adventurer. Hang on. It's not a story about something. Or it'd tell you like, you know, I had some interesting ones. In space, set in space, and you'd be like, you're a space adventurer. And you'd be like, oh, am I? Hello. And then all of a sudden it'd say like, so what do you want to do? Do you fancy doing this or do you fancy doing that? And you'd be like, I don't know, hang on, wait. This is a book. Usually things are like, they're all written out. I follow the book, I read what happens. That's what's happening. I don't have to make the choices. Usually the person who wrote the book has written all the choices for me, and then it's just up to me to sort of read the book and see what happened. But no, at the end it's like, if you fancy doing this, go to page 20, and if you fancy doing this, go to page 203. And I'm like, oh, hang on. First of all, you know, I don't know what the correct answer is here. So you read 203 and then you read 20 and you're like, oh, I prefer this outcome. Definitely prefer this. I'm going to go and do this. And then you're away. Find out what's going on. Of course, in this version, online, computerized, digitized, indified, indie game, in this indie game version of a make your own adventure novel. Oh, hello. Didn't like that, did it? Oh, Chuffin, eh? That had me going. Lone Wolf. Choose your own adventure style book. But it's an indie game. So that's your concept. Great. I like it. Good start point. Unfortunately, when things go wrong, we're not going to be able to just go, oh, don't worry about that. I'll go to page 204 instead. No, we're not going to be able to do that. We're not going to be able to flick ahead to some pages and go, well, this looks like an interesting page. I wonder how I get here. Wonder how I get here. I'll look out for that page option. And we're not allowed to. We don't keep a bookmark in the last place we were in case things go wrong. We can't do that. I suppose we might be able to save, multiple save, all that. We're not doing that. But if you're in charge, all right? You're in charge. You've never been in charge like this before. Not like this before. No one's ever just thrown you the reins. Sat you aboard with the 4 horses. Like, I don't really think horses should be made to drag things. Oh, we're up now. Anyway, here's the reins. Wachak! No one's done that for you before, but here we go. Scotty Hotty's arranged it for you. This is Lone Wolf, and it's a make your own adventure book. We can't take things back. If you tell me what to do in chat, we will discuss it, and most likely we'll do what you say. Most likely. But there are some times where I've got a veto. I've got a veto in the in the democracy. This is a democracy, isn't it? A democracy. In this democratic union. I don't know if you can hear me cracking my knuckles while I'm saying this. In this democratic union, I have some sort of veto. Yeah. We all know how democracy works, don't we? We all know how democracy works. One man, one vote. And I'm that one man, so I had the vote, and I voted for me. Look, we have no option. We're going to press A to get closer. That is the option at this stage. So let's have a crack at that. It's game show month. So if you want to bin this off and just do Trivial Pursuit, we can do that as well. But this is interactive like a game show in a way. And it just caught my attention. I got it on sale, Nintendo Switch on sale. I'm playing old indie games on sale and absolutely loving it. You can't play all the indie games. Not all of them. Not all. You can't get. There's too many. If you wait for them to come out on sale, I'm sure the developers probably hate me for saying this. They probably want me to go and say, "Oh, go and buy them brand new." If I bought this brand new, I'd have had loads of fun, I imagine. But now I've got the same amount of fun, just some years later, considerably cheaper. Could do with a jazzier loading screen. So, write your story, extras, options. Not doing that, just straight in. Write your story, Lone Wolf. Let's go. New game. I think I preferred the new game out of those. Although the new game would be interesting, wouldn't it? But, I mean, I'm definitely not doing new game. Weaker, balanced. Go on then, just normal. You're Lone Wolf. Your life is not... Oh, here we go. Hang on. It's like Mental Health Monday all over again. I've got to do all the reading. Can't you read that bit while I drink some chocolate milk? You're the Lone Wolf. Oh, I'm supposed to be reading it like a narrator. I'm the narrator, you're chat. And if you want, you don't have to. You don't have to. You cheeky. You don't have to. But if you want, you can. You don't have to. You don't have to. It's fine. You don't have to. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. You don't have to. No, I don't want you to even. No, it's fine. I only brought it up because I just thought you might want to. And since you don't have to. No, it's fine. I'll put it away now. I'll put it away now. No, it's fine. You are Lone Wolf. Your life is not an ordinary one. You assess and counter all challenges with... Make your choice. Oh, hello. Different voice. Multiple choice. The multiple choice menu lets you choose your path and write your own story. They gave us didn't they? The exam. You've done one of them with where you just tick all C's and then you leave after 10 minutes. C. I'm done. That's me with a free afternoon. Multiple guess, multiple choice. Sorry, there you are. Depending on how you feel about your education. Obviously, sometimes I used to get them all right. If you want to join in and make the choices, now's your chance. Because don't start complaining later when you always prefer a straightforward and decisive approach, even though it's often reckless, and instead you rely on your dexterity and intuition to overcome any obstacle. You could have carefully assessed the details of any situation before attempting to overcome an obstacle. I quite like that one actually. But instead you rely on your dexterity and intuition to overcome... Dexterity, intuition, fast thinking. Huh? Or do you prefer a straightforward and decisive approach? That might even be construed. You see, because that might be often reckless. Might be construed. I don't know which one. Let's think about what Asmongold would do. Let's think about what Asmongold would do. What would Asmongold do? I'm going to try and talk about Asmongold and Limmy in my videos more often. Because I admire them and their success. Look, it's got the red fist. Red and the fist. Oosh. Like, it feels like that approach might also go with a big axe or a sword, mightn't it? big sword or an axe. You prefer a straightforward chop and decisive approach. See, I've already done the chop before we got into even the word decisive. It was that decisive. You straightforward chop. It's often reckless. But that can get you places, can't it? On the other hand, you carefully assess the details of any situation before attempting to overcome an obstacle. Now, I'm not making a joke here. Asmund has actually got some quite serious obstacles, difficulties going on in his life at the moment, and I really heartfelt feel for him. You know, I care for him. Even though it's like he goes on about his parasocial relationships and relatability and the fact that he made money and this and that. None of that. I just see into the heart and just think he's a good person, and I know what he's going through is difficult. So I see him carefully assessing the details of any situation, of this situation, carefully assessing all the details. But I also then go back to thinking about that Asmongold of yore. The days of yore, when a straightforward chop, where a decisive approach, although sometimes reckless, maybe gets you places. So making decisions is actually good, and taking the step and making a decision can be good, can't it? Relying on your dexterity and intuition to overcome any obstacle. Chop, chop. Uh-oh. You're not allowed to decide things. You're deliberately going to make it bad. Do you want to rely on your dexterity and intuition? You've got a chatter now, so the Asmongold thing's gone out the window. Hello. I know who you are. Do you rely on your dexterity? No. Is it going to be a straightforward approach, or are we going to carefully assess the details? We've got one vote for chop chop. One vote. I'm going to go with the vote. I'll go with the vote. I get a vote as well. You're a viewer. You're a chuff weasel. Yeah, piff weasel. You found my memory card. Well, that's good. See, now other viewers don't find memory cards, do they? Other viewers, members of the Ganji Puka Warrior crew, they don't find memory cards. So does it turn out that you've also had my other memory card for a year? That woman at the wedding will be pleased. Right, straightforward. There we go. Now I'll do my voice again. You ready? I've already done. And it's different now. The page is different. You are Lone Wolf. Your life is not an ordinary one. You assess and counter all challenges with strength. Oh, it's. See how it's changed? Do you see how it's changed now? Now it's strength is the main strength. We've written our story already. We've done. Now I can't go back on that. And the problem I have is that I really feel like I want to. Can't you now check? I want to see what the other options would have been like. But no, it's too late. Many of the battles you fought in defence of Summerland, they've got the vowels in the wrong place there. Summerland, wielding your. Oh, here we go. Here's another choice. Wielding your. Ooh, swords generally do not inflict high damage, but they are easy and quick to use. That would be the dexterity option, but they've hidden it at the top where the strength option was before. Axes are balanced weapons regarding damage and speed. Fair enough. Maces are heavy crushing weapons. Ooh. They're slow to use, but they do inflict high damage. Now, I'm going to suggest, bearing in mind you can say what you want, it is up to you. In chat. I've only got one chatter who's found my memory card, so actually knows me personally. But if they want to, it might be my sister. You don't always see the Fortnite gameplay because sometimes she's really cross, but she doesn't seem to be cross now. Look, you've got maces. They're heavy. Or are we going to be a strength-based swordsperson? We're non-denominative gender. Swordsdom. Are we going to be a swordsdom that generally does not inflict high damage, or are we going to be a swordsdom that uses a heavy crushing? I've chosen it's heavy crushing mace. Now the book change. Oh, there's this weird pattern between the book changing and our choices. Wielding your mace. You're more than a gifted warrior. You possess special Kai disciplines that give you mastery of. Do you know what? The choices are coming thick and fast here, aren't they? I feel like the choices should just even out a bit. Can't they choose a few things for us? Oh, I suppose the whole point of the game is I get to make the Chuffin L. Mastery of healing. I'm not even going to read it. Mastery of healing. What are we? No, we've got a mace, aren't we? Mace. Big heavy mace healer. Let me heal you with my giant, heavy, cumbersome mace. Excuse me, could you just hold my mace while I tend to your wounds? Come off it. Survival combines the skills of Master Tracker, Hunter, Explorer. So you've got Master Tracker, right? That's an exciting thing, isn't it? You're out in the woods and you've seen a Mr. Rabbit or a Mr. Deer or a Mr. Foxy. And you've seen his little footprints. Hello. That's exciting. Hunter, you found a mushroom. You found some kind of berry. Snowberries, probably. They'll be alright to eat, won't they? And Explorer. Oh, this is new. Where am I? Where did I leave my hat? So they're all the exciting ones. Your other option is Healer. Health. Oh, and Meditation. Meditation. What action RPG would be complete without the ability to sit quietly for minutes on end thinking of nothing? What kind of action RPG? I mean, that's not a choice, is it? How many people have played this and chosen health and meditation as their first port of call? What kind of person who's into health and meditation as a primary facet of their gameplay experience has chosen Lone Wolf? Lone Wolf, it's called. Lone Wolf. We're doing it together. We're doing it as a crew, but Lone Wolf, it's called. Some people have chosen health and meditation. No, we're going with that, aren't we? I don't know what give you mastery of mind blast and mind shield. Transform your mind into a powerful psychic weapon. And that was me, because I imagine while your mind is a powerful, you're gonna have to see the big face. You're gonna have to see the big face. I imagine whilst your mind is in the process of being a powerful psychic weapon, you're not going to be able to look around and chat and do other like that. I imagine it goes like that. Don't you think? Careful now. I'm about to jump into powerful mind psychic. Did I tell you in time? Did I warn you in time? Or did I powerfully blast you with my... That's how it goes, isn't it? That's how it goes. So careful. That sounds good in principle, but do you want to be doing that all the way through the Chuffin game? Your other option is mind over matter. I don't mind, and you don't matter. That's what my coach used to say to me. I don't mind, and you don't matter. So come on, it's mind over matter. Do another lap. Mind over matter lets you manipulate objects in your immediate environment. That's the one, isn't it? That's the one. Manipulate the objects in your environment. That's the one. That sounds like magic. Good magic that lets you like do things like Jesus, like water into wine. That Jesus had that. Mind blast. Jesus didn't have a mind blast, did he? Mind you, from what I said, Jesus didn't carry around a big heavy mace either, did he? Didn't also carry around a big heavy mace. So, I don't know. Maybe it should be mind blast. But I don't want to have to do the mind blast face all the way through the game. So I'm calling rank. Animal kinship enables you to communicate and influence with most animals. You're able to perform extraordinary martial feats due to your mastery of weapon skill. Both are good. One feels a bit more vegan. Animal kinship feels more vegan. I'm on the side of animal kinship. Extraordinary martial feats. Martial means military, like martial arts, military arts. And weapon skills got a great big wah. But on the other hand, look, animal kinship. You can communicate with and influence most animals. Communicating with animals that's pretty big as well, isn't it? No one else in the world can do... Well, I can communicate with my dog. I can definitely communicate with my dog. All I have to do is shout at it. Well, that's communication. So yeah, we'll leave that, because it could turn out to be just shouting at animals, couldn't it? So we'll go with the weapon skill. Camouflage enables you... Why are there so many choices? Oh, it's so heavy on the choices. Disciplines give you mastery of camouflage, enables you to blend into your surroundings. I think that goes with the animal one, doesn't it? Your sixth sense, your thick there, enables you to natural intuition, help you to identify and counter unseen dangers. Unseen dangers. Identify and counter unseen dangers versus camouflage. Hiding. Going for the sixth sense. We've got that now. The book's changed. I have to find where you were again. You possess special kind disciplines. They give you mastery of survival, mind over matter, animal kinship, and sixth sense. For Summerland, it says Sommerland. It's Summerland, isn't it? You just got the vowels wrong. For Summerland and the Kai. Oh, it's a battle cry. It's a battle cry. For Summerland and the Kai. For Summerland and the Kai. This doesn't roll off the tongue. For glory! Is this your story? Is this your past? Chuffin, well, don't have to ask me twice. You did. You did ask me twice. You didn't have to, but you did. So.
For many centuries, the Kai Lords defended their kingdom of Sommerland from the Dark Lords of Helgadad. Many battles were fought and won by the Kai.
Hello.
But finally came their demise.
That sounds bad. It's British, isn't it? British talking.
3 years ago, the monastery of your warrior order was attacked by the armies of the Dark Lords.
The Dank Lords.
The Kai were destroyed.
Bad.
You were the only one who survived the final battle.
Me?
All seemed lost, but you retrieved the Sommersword, the one weapon that can slay a Dark Lord of Helgadad. You slew Zagana, the Dark Lord leader.
I'm pretty hardcore.
Saved your kingdom from destruction.
It's a good job I didn't pick meditation.
Now, the lesser Dark Lords hunger to take their revenge. It falls to you, the last Kai Lord of Sommerland, to crush their evil schemes once more.
It is Summerland, then. So, I didn't realise... They should have told you that earlier, I think. I get the feeling I should have known that earlier. Because it's that... Do you think it would have been different if we picked different things? I doubt it. I think that was always going to be the little thing. Blood on the snow. Oh, hang on. It's all very Game of Thrones now, isn't it? Turned it up a bit now, I have. It's quite loud. You are the lone wolf, the last lord. Have we heard this? I'm the sole survivor of a massacre. Yeah. I'd prefer not to be here. My duties called me to this remote part of my domain. I'm the frail... Well, look, I get it. I'm the Earl. But you put Frail in front to just change it a little bit so it's different. But really, we know what it means, doesn't it? I'm in charge of the territory. I'm responsible... you, us, as a team, are responsible for the safety and security. You can be more responsible than me. I've got the big sword, I suppose, haven't I? Well, how can I have the big sword? It said I had a big sword and I did some slaying, but didn't we choose a mace? Look, I'm responsible for the safety and security. We are responsible for all the hardy Summerlanding folk. Summerland. They've got the vowels in the wrong place. Summerland, who live and prosper in this harsh, mountainous border... What do you mean harsh, mountainous borderland? Hang on. That can't be right. They must have made a chuff up somewhere. Why do we live in a harsh, mountainous borderland? That doesn't seem right, does it? For a start, it's called Summerland. Now, it might be a bit like Greenland, mightn't it? I suppose. Greenland was literally called Greenland because they thought it would make it sound more inviting for people. Like, might come and visit that nice Greenland, but actually it was horrible and cold. But it turns out it's a harsh, mountainous borderland. Why would anyone want to live there? Move. I tell you what I'd do. I'd ride in, lone wolf. I'm not such a lone wolf, am I, if I'm in charge of the Chuffin village? I'd ride in and I'd say, look, listen, we've had some problems recently with giant devil slayer things. I've done my best. I've kept them at bay for a short while. They're back. I can't remember what their deal is. I can't remember really. They're back. I'm the only one that survived. I think there was, from what I can remember, I know it's probably messed with my... Got PTSD and stuff from it, because it seemed quite violent. From what I can remember, everyone's dead. Bear in mind, everyone's dead. All of them. They're all dead. I'm the only one that's left. I'm in charge of Mountain Pass. If I were you, I'd move. This is the Earl's making a proclamation. The Fry Earl of Sommerland is making... Look, I'm making a proclamation. All gather round. Are you ready? You better chuff and move. We're burning the village down at the end of the month. And if you don't get everything and chuff off down the mountain by then, well then you're chuffed, aren't you? Because that's the end of Sommerland for me. Mountain Pass. Why would you want to live in a harsh, mountainous borderland? We're moving. We're all moving to the sea. And do you know what? I've got a feeling the seaside might be called something like harsh, mountainous land. for some reason, to keep people off it, maybe because they don't want people moving in. Why did we call this Summerland? I don't know, do I? I don't know, I'm only the Fry Earl. I didn't name the Chuffin place. Anyway, questions after. I'm finishing my proclamation yet. Questions later. The Earl of Summerland is still speaking. Somebody grab him. Somebody grab him. Guards. Thank you. No, yeah, grab them. Get them as well. Oh, John God, soy milk. It is quite a heady blend of soya bean and chocolatey flavour. Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Oh, it's nice. I've received a disturbing report of enemy activity. Oh, moving around there. Look. Disturbing report of enemy activity around the Min. How'd you turn the pages? Oh, there you go. The Mining Village. The mining village of Rockstan, and all communication with the village has ceased. Fearful the settlement might have been attacked by Giax and other Darkland Raiders. Look, Darkland Raiders. They're not a football team. The Darkland Raiders are not a football team. The Darkland Raiders. They're not a band. It's not like they're going to come and play concert. The Darkland Raiders. They're bad. They're attacking. I think we should move. And if you don't think so, if you're so, I'm going to burn your house down and force you to move. The Darkland Raiders, you've come here to assess for yourself the true situation. After a seemingly endless trek through snow and ice to get to the Chuffin village that I am the Fry Earl of. That's not right either. They should be coming out to meet me, shouldn't they? Oh, the Fry Earl's on his way. The Fry Earl's on his way. Quick, let's go out and let's make a sort of meeting party. Dig out the fucking Chuffin path. You've almost reached your destination. You and I, we are together the Fry Earl. Imagine you. You see, now it's not so funny anymore, is it? Now it's you walking through the snow, trudging, reaching your destination. The horse is increasingly nervous as you approach the outskirts of the mining. Even the horse is nervous. And that's because they're not very welcoming. They've not come out. There's no banners, there's no bunting. Fry Earl, no, none of that. Guards, go to the nearest house, get them out, take their possessions and make a fire. The Fry Earl is here and he needs warming. I suppose I could go in the house. Guards, burn the house down. and I want a little chair right in front of it so that I can warm myself from that. Don't worry, all the houses. I know you're complaining now. I know it seems bad now, but you don't know what the Fry Earl's proclamation is going to be, do you? Because in the proclamation, you'll see that all your houses are going to be burned down. So you're just one of the lucky ones who has it burned down early. First of all, we're going to put the fuel bills up 300%. Then we're going to make sure that you can't get any petrol from the petrol station. No turkeys this Christmas. I don't want one, I'm vegan. But everyone else, you chuffers, you won't be having one either. The smell of wood smoke is being carried along on the chill air. And it's acrid aroma. Oh, it's nice writing, isn't it? It's nice writing for a little game. The smell of wood smoke is being carried along on the chill air. And its acrid aroma, that's smelly bad. Ugh. Unsettles you both. Now there's two of us. Well, there isn't. It knows about you. The game knows about you. In the depths of winter... Oh, hang on. This is not a reassuring smell of smoke that arises from a hearth or furnace in the depths of winter. This is the smell of wanton destruction. Well, so it should be. Someone's heard the news. The Fry Earl is coming. Let's burn down our own houses to help him out. Your heart sinks. You've journeyed here as quickly as the harsh weather would permit. As quickly as the harsh weather would permit. Well, you know, harsh weather's not a good time to be travelling, is it? Not even if you're a Fry Earl. Your heart sinks. Despite your valiant effort, you've arrived too late. God, even the Fry Earl is not able to save them. Can't do anything, look, Fry Earl there. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, okay. Hello. Book interface. That's a different concept, isn't it? A book interface. Usually the book interface is you open the book into your face and then read it. I'd like to move on with the story now, if I may. Ooh. Well, hello. Who's this now? Is this us? Is that our mace? I mean, they've got me in... How did they know? This is a little bit This is a little bit creepy. Like, this is basically confirmation that the computer's watching you, isn't it? I've got a green hood on. So have I. That's basically it. Confirmed. Elon Musk is watching me. Hello, Elon. Make your choice. Yes. Finally. You must use your Kai survival abilities to understand what happened. Or, sorry, not must. Or you choose to decide to be careful and proceed on foot. Alternatively, you don't want to waste any more time. You urge your horse to gallop. Now that fits our profile, but we don't have to do it, which is a bit strange, isn't it? I thought I'd made those sort of choices earlier by choosing that profile, but no. If you want, we can use our Kai survival abilities, and we've got that. Seek out, I'm going to use that. We've got that. Oh, it's used up some of our energies. You detect the remnants of many footprints in the snowy ground. That's not a Kai. Is it? Have I used up psychic points for that? The remnants of footprints. You can just see them with your eyes. Can't you? You don't get to be a Fry Earl and not recognise many footprints on the ground. You don't need to drink your psychic potion for that, my friend. These prints are more than a day old, and all have since been covered by fresh snowfall. Yet your Kai senses detect they were made by enemy scouts. That's the Kai senses. Enemy scouts. So, GX most likely. Well, again, GX have been attacking this area, haven't they? So, you know, it's not going to be Martians, is it? It's more likely to be GX than anyone else, because when the villagers are not going to have attacked themselves. You don't need your Kai senses for this. If a Darklands War party is operating in this area, if a Darklands War party, don't know why they call it a war party. Party's like, do you want to come to my party? Yeah. Friday night? Sounds, it's Friday, well, hang on. How do you know when it is? I'm the one inviting you. I didn't know when it was. I was just saying, is it Friday night? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Do you want to lead the conversation or do you want to let me get on with it? All right, look. I'll come to your party. Yes, I know you will. I've invited you. This is going well. Is it on Friday night? Yes, it definitely is. It definitely is. And would you like to bring a bottle? I don't suggest that anymore because I don't drink myself. Maybe bring a soya milk. It just makes me happy. Bring a soya milk. Bring one of them. And also an axe. It's a war party. We'll be going to war. What do you mean going to war? Usually with parties we have fun, chill out, and also go to war. It's a war party. It's operating in this area. They may have placed traps along the trail ahead to ensnare the unwary. Ensnare. Hey, I appreciate your prescription, your subscription. I appreciate your subscription, and I've got a prescription for. Is it fun? I don't know. Is it fun? I've got a prescription for. It's supposed to rhyme with prescription, isn't it? Something that rhymes with, because we've already had subscription. That's part of it. Subscription, prescription, description, a description. That's not a prescription for a description. Encryption. I've got a prescription for encryption. No, it needs to mean like having fun and something positive. Not conscription. No. I've no prescription for unless you're being conscripted into the Ganjipuka warrior crew, in which case, yeah, and you don't have a choice about it. It's one of them where they come round in the night sort of jobs. Look, the forest clings to the steep mountainside on both sides of the trail. The ground here is very difficult to traverse on foot. It's an old GX tactic. They've got no intention for it. We're not going to get ensnared. We're not unwary. We know it's treacherous. It's impossible on horseback. Jagged rocks. Blanket of ice and snow. I'm just reading the bullet points for you now. It would be very difficult route. But we're always on the trail. And it's a sure way to reach Rockstan, which is the village that we own. We are the Fry Earl, and we're heading there to burn all the houses down. Because it's going to be better for them in the long run. They don't want to live there. It's dangerous. You dismount and pat your horse's head reassuringly. They haven't come out to meet you. the villagers. We're the Friar, and they haven't come out to meet us. We've got our equipment, and what? The horse senses you must leave him now and go ahead alone. He neighs softly, yet sadly. We didn't choose to be able to communicate with the animals. We didn't choose that as an option. That was an option. Predilection. I've got a prescription for predilection. If I knew exactly what it meant, I'd be happier. But it's fine. It rhymes. It's good. We've got all the words going on now. There can't be that many words that fit. The horse is talking to us. Now, we didn't choose a preference or a special liking for something. That's nice then, yeah. Yeah, we'll have that. It goes with the soya milk, of which I've got 1 more litre, and then I have to just dream of soya milk for another 6 weeks. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Later on, there's a pizza in my future, but it hasn't got any cheese on it, so I don't know if you can call it a pizza. It comes out the oven quite dry. Look, fear not, dear friend, the horse says to us. Now, we could have chosen the horse. We could have chosen the animal. It was an option, a choice, and we didn't choose it. So in fairness, we shouldn't be able to converse with the horse. We chose not. Our opportunity cost for choosing great big bludgeoning mace was that we can't talk to the horses. But no, the game has allowed it. Maybe it was just like, Chuffin will give you this one. And I don't know about you, but in the snow, in the cold, after all this treacherous... Look, you can see where we are. We've already trekked up the mountain. We're approaching the village. There's a path. I'm not going to abandon the horse. It can get through this last bit. It's only up there. I'm not going to abandon the horse. On top of that, dear viewer, dear readers, dear reader, do you remember in the Beano when it's like editor's note and the Beano? In the Beano it said reader. Chortle readers, didn't it? It said reader. And I was the person reading it, and I was like, they mean me. They could have just said you. I would still have read that. You. Me. Look. So, are we to think that we're going to abandon the horse? I don't think that's a good idea. I think we can make it with the horse. I think the horse can make it. Also, what's the horse going to do? It's just going to die in the snow. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Why don't the people from the village come out and help me get the horse in? I'm the Chuffin Frail. Look, there's no point in being frail, is there, if there's not going to be benefits? I can now understand how Boris Johnson feels. If it means a few serfs have to die in the snow to help my horse into its lovely warm stables and then set them on fire the next day, if it means that, then that's what it takes, isn't it? If it means that some of us have to pay 300% increase on our fuel bills so that Boris Johnson's friends who run hedge funds can make billions and billions of pounds so that they can get away with some of the most degraded and horrible acts, then that's fine, isn't it? That's it. Look, fear not, dear friend. You've fulfilled your duty with courage. Now you must return alone to the monastery where you will be safe. It's already thought of me. We're not going to be abandoning the horse. It's going to safely return. I didn't realise. Go fast as you're able. We shall be reunited. We should be reunited there before too long. Monastic. Fantastic monastic. Made of plastic. Oh no. Look, the horse is going to run away. I don't trust the horse to just... How many horses do you know that you could just pat on the head and be like, chuff off home then? I'll see you when I get back. Your horse lowers its head and affectionately nuzzles your shoulder. His unquestioning love and loyalty warms your heart. With a last pat of the forehead, you send him on his way. Oh! I didn't know it was going to happen so early, but oh, poor me and the horsey. You said, back along the track and the mountain road that leads to the Kai monastery. Oh, the monastery! We're from the monastery. It's from the monastery. It's a monk. I'm a monk. Horsy's a monk. Everyone's happy. And I'm the frail and the monk. And yet they haven't come to meet me. This is really bad form from the people that live at Rocky House, Chuff Village. Fortunate, now look, you watch him go until he's lost among the trees, which is a foolish thing to do because it's cold, and just standing still and watching a horse walk away is just like, who's going to do that? You'd at least be chuffing around with something, get moving. Horsy's gone, I'm gone. Chuffin stood there in the snow. Then you steel your nerves and resolve to reach Rockstarn as quickly as you can on foot. Well, if the horse can't make it, how come I can? With jagged rocks, apparently, jagged rocks. Fortunately, you happen upon the remains of an old border ranger track. And now I found a track. Well, that was just literally 5 minutes after I've left the horsey and told him to chuff off. I found a track. That's just the chuffing luck, isn't it? That's just the chuffing luck. Isn't it? That's just... Come on.